seen him again.
But how do you get new customers, clientele, if you had that approach in life? But you need to get no.
Because it's me. It's just me.
Y'all just give him a hard time.
Like
we had to start. I'm going to start.
Yeah.
I was just giving him a hard time.
Hey, but
it's all good. Then he gonna post his little model pic of his little new haircut by whomever did that. But it's all good. You know.
Hey man, we live.
Oh, we are.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back
to another 501 Witty podcast. Kick back. Today in the building, we got a real special guest and a close friend, Mr. Arnold Parks, aka Mr. Multitalented.
We'll let him explain all that. The video like thing.
Yeah, man. Let the people know what you got going on, bro.
Talk to the people out there. Let them know who you are, what you got going, and why the fuck you here.
Hey, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here.
For sure.
It's definitely a blessing to be here.
Welcome back to the channel in general.
Yes. Part of this great family here. Just two goofy brothers, you know. But I appreciate them both. I can't wait to meet the rest of the crew and who all been involved. But again, my name is DJ Multitalented. This multi-talented name, oh my gosh, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, because when I say I literally do a lot, I do a lot. And I mean, from selling cars, DJing, being a barber, you know, and just having this creative mind to do, you know, so many things, man. It's like I'm in this position, like which way I go. But I mean, I'm gonna start with DJing. I love DJing because the thing about DJing, you know, to me, it's really not about the money. It's more so, you know, this is an environment that you can bring people together to smile, you know what I'm saying, to have a good time, to get that good energy, man. I mean, it's just like, you know, when you know, shooting films or, you know, putting skits together, you know, to be in the room, to see people watching your skits, you know what I'm saying, or a movie or whatever it is, you know, to see them be active and laughing and enjoying themselves, man, you know, that feeling is great. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you continue to do what you do and become better at what you do. So, you know, with DJing and music, that's definitely what it's done to me. You know, just, I mean, when you seeing people twerking, I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you being a DJ, man, you have a sense of being able to control the crowd. Like, you can turn them up, you can turn them down, you can make them slow dance, you can make them twerk like you just said. So basically your whole audience is in the control of your hands. Right.
Just did a gig 2 weeks ago, and, you know, some people came up to me, and they said, man, you're very versatile. I said, yeah, absolutely. I like to pay attention to my crowd, so, you know, that's really important. I can't just DJ some music, you know, and play what I want to hear. You know, if I'm not observing my crowd, you know, if they're not feeling it, you know, hey, I'm about to, you know, if I throw something else in there, you know, try to bring the vibe back up. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if it's okay to say, but, you know, a group, it was mostly a black culture group, and a couple of white people came in. And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's like I've been waiting to play some little EDM music and some mixes I mixed up with some white folks in it, you know what I'm saying? So
did they turn up?
Man, like, even the black folks turned up. You're like, man, I like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I've been waiting to play this, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man. So when I played it, you know, it was just like, to see the black people, you know, moving to it too. I was like, okay,
we got soul. We're gonna dive to whatever.
Right.
We got that soul in us. No matter what you play can some damn trash cans hitting the fucking ground in a certain rhythm. We gonna find some kind of joy in that and dance to that shit. But, you know, our Caucasian brethren, most of them don't got no damn rhythm. They try their best.
I feel like you open-minded and you already kind of like in the mindset of like, okay, I'm just here to have a good time.
Then you gonna you're
gonna get down or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad that you was able to get some flavor out there for our Caucasian brethren.
Right. Well, I will say, you know, my first mistake when I started DJing, man, it's like I always tried to please everybody. And with business, period, as an entrepreneur, man, you'll never please everybody. You know, you just give your best. You know, you're passionate about what you're doing. You do what you feel that's best, you know what I'm saying? And that's all you can do. Everybody's not gonna be happy, you know. When I DJ, you know, all the songs and stuff that I play, it's gonna be somebody or a group of people that's just not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? But I focus on the majority, you know. That's just like, oh man, I'm sure every DJ hates this when somebody comes up and requests a song that has nothing to do with that. Like I'm crunk right now, and you come request a slow song.
Yeah, like we ain't got to that part of the night yet.
Just put it on the back burner.
Yeah, like relax. We're gonna get there too.
And then want it like, I mean, if you want me to change my whole vibe, put a tip in the jar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Show me some love. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. You know, you pay for it. Yeah. But you know, the gig and who paid me for this gig, like I'm trying to please them.
Yeah, they gonna come see, hey, what you playing over here?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'll make an announcement if I'm dated, paid for it, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
we got Gary over here. He just made a request.
Exactly. And I make that notice like, this ain't me right here.
That slow channel. I know we just got started. You know, but hey, we gotta play with Gary requested, guys. So blame Gary. Yeah. So play that slow ass shit.
So what's been the most challenging thing for you since you started DJing? Like,
either the venue, it's the personnel. It's like, oh my god, I get tired of doing these kinds of things.
Yeah, like what's the most challenging thing that you face to this day?
Man,
or a technical problem. Oh shit, my shit ain't working.
With me, man, being a perfectionist, I think that's my biggest challenge, man, because I might mess up, but don't nobody know I messed up. And it bothers me mentally, like, damn, man, like, that didn't sound good. But they still jamming. They don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Related to like the transition from song to song, or the mixture of the mix, like
it might be that, or it might be the timing that I did it, or I will critique myself so much if the scratch went right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, I was literally just having this conversation, bro. Like before I came over here when I got done my photo shoot. You gotta, in order to get to where you want to be, as far as whatever you're doing, you gotta critique yourself because, of course, at the end of the day, somebody may critique you, but they could be hating on you too. So you really just can't. I mean, you gotta listen, but you also gotta filter out the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So you are your biggest critique. I feel like that, and I'm the same way when it comes to what I be doing too. So you gotta stay hard on yourself in order to get to where you want to go. And then once you reach that plateau, push even harder. Just find little detail shit like what you could do to further yourself even further. So you gotta. Hey, I feel you on that, where you coming from.
In DJing, what is your favorite type of event, like DJ for? Is it for weddings? Is it for like some graduation stuff? Like tell me like some of your favorite venues or your favorite overall things to DJ for.
From my experience, I would say birthday parties would be number one, and corporate parties would be number two.
Ooh,
they get loose up in there.
Yeah. Right, so you know what I'm saying? They have no filter, they're not scared, you don't have a whole bunch of people sitting down and just watching, you know what I'm saying? But weddings, that's like the last on my list because although this is, you know, a joyful moment for, you know, of course, who's getting married.
The bride and the groom, or the groom and the groom, or the bride and the bride.
Right, and they're close family. They all get down, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you said the bride and the bride. You know, hey, it is when it's 20.
Yeah, he kind of threw me off with that one.
The bride and bride. You know, two girls.
Oh, okay. Well, I ain't experienced that yet.
We're just going to speak on traditional level.
The fact is, people find love. They make this decision. Now you got to, of course, play the music at their reception.
Yeah.
Back to your challenges in regards to that.
But it's, and you know, like I said, it's with them. Well, you know, with marriage and like with the weddings, like I said, it's not the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? People may be happy, but like they more reserved and kind of just chilling and just really, you know, just vibing out instead of just getting up, you know, dancing and having a good time.
At the weddings, they came to see them folks get married. They came to eat and drink up their shit so they can go home.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
And sometimes, I mean, me, honestly, I think it's just a waste of money, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Just with when it comes to the reception and things, I'm like, because you ain't doing nothing but just feeding other people and taking care of other people. I mean, what's the point,
bro?
You know,
that's the same thing me and my wife said. Like, the money we was gonna spend on a wedding venue and all this, we put that right on over to that vacation, that honeymoon.
Oh yeah, always.
Not saying we went on and enjoyed ourselves.
I said it to everybody getting married. Like I said, it's okay to like have some kind of ceremony, something small. People that you love to come see you guys.
Right.
Bring that union. But I always say, man, spend most of your money if you have it on your vacation. Like enjoy you and your spouse and where the fuck y'all need to go. Do that money on that end. Don't waste all your money on no damn ceremony, on a fucking dress, on a big ass fucking venue. With motherfuckers that gonna show up that don't even want to be there, they hate in already.
Right.
And then you waste all your time and effort on this big ass event.
Now I will say, you know, if daddy balling and they got it and they just want that for their daughter, hey, y'all mean.
But with that said, if daddy's still doing it, tell daddy, hey daddy, split the cost over here more. Send me and such over to this overseas and this place in New York. Give me the money in cash. Let us make the decision what the fuck we gonna do with it with the money. Don't waste all your money on this fucking venue. Yeah. I would like having people here anyway. Right. So fuck your side of the family too. It could be some shit like that. You know how that shit go. I don't like your mama's side. Yeah. Fuck all them. You know how that shit go.
Well, I will say, other than that, oh man, this I don't know what to call this particular situation, but when it comes to our younger generation and DJing for the younger generation, man, it's kind of sad because if you listen to the music they listen to versus what we listen to, man, it's more gangster now. Everybody want to be a thug. Everybody, you know, all the new music is mostly, well...
Oh, the most request stuff. They got some love stuff out there, too. If they're just more blunt with it now in the music. They go straight to the actual... They want to feel the pussy. They want to do all this and kill a nigga. Because we have the same shit, though. If you like, I mean, just to be fair, if I want to be transparent and be objective, we said the same shit in our shit. It's just more love making and more kind of like, you know,
a little more filter on
it. That part, but
that and it wasn't so blunt, and it wasn't so young talking about like you got kids talking about choppers and killing and selling dope. You know, I don't like that really. You know what I'm saying? So when I DJ a young party and all they want to listen to that, like I don't feel good about promoting that. And I actually just, me DJing, I'm probably going to stop with that altogether.
Well, it makes sense because like you were saying about you controlling the crowd. By you playing that, now you set the tone and the vibe. Like, okay, we on that fucking rowdy shit.
Right.
Shit pop off. Not me. It's on yours. Like, damn, have not played this shit back to back or 3 times in a row. Man, despite when it broke out or this shit would happen in the parking lot or occasionally, because that does have an effect.
Back in our generation, what was it? It was Lil Jon, the
Lil
Scrappy,
all those songs.
Yeah, definitely fighting songs.
And yeah, there was a whole 2001, 2002 era, but even before that, you know, we still had music out there. We talk about the streets and shit like that.
Right.
Like even just Pac and Biggie and all them guys.
But I see what you're saying though. Like it's the younger,
correct.
The younger crowd getting exposed to it more versus. And when we were older, getting exposed to it.
They more trying to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? They trying to, hey, I'm about this life. You really ain't about that life, bro.
Right.
Stay with your mom. You know what I'm saying? You raised differently. Like, come on now.
You came up in the church.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean,
it is what it is. But like I agree with you as far as, you know, you got to know your crowd, and I understand it is your responsibility in that regard to make sure you don't fester and manifest that particular heated situation.
Right.
That makes sense.
I mean, I'll be doing something that I'm really not passionate about. So when I am DJing that type of music, like I'm not really not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? I really want. But don't get me wrong. Like Da Baby, Lil Baby, all them have great songs. Like you know when they I always pick Perfect Picture by Lil Baby, like perfect song. He told the truth in so many ways about bigger picture. Told the truth in so many ways. If they literally listen to the lyrics of that song, they'll see he talked about his life, but he said he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This young generation, they don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and then,
but
you know, but I respect that approach in your behalf being an adult, and knowing that, hey, I am paid to do this, and I'm not paid to cause chaos. You know
Right,
I want this shit to be known everywhere I DJ, motherfuckers break out and fight.
So they'll let you know from what he was saying that he truly is passionate about what he does because versus, I ain't gonna say no names or calling anybody out, but like you versus another DJ may be like, oh well, I'm finna play whatever. As long as I get paid, I don't care.
Right, and I was just about to get on that too. Some DJs DJ for the money, and some DJs love it. If you won't do it for free, then it's really not a passion. And I know me, when I started DJing, I always like, hey, can I DJ? Can I DJ? I just want to DJ just for practice. And that way I can start getting engaged with the crowd. I won't be so shy. I'll probably talk a little more. Like I think you called me out one time. Are you gonna say something? I was that DJ. I just don't say nothing. Like again, I just want to just play my music and just see everybody have a good time. But I'm on a social media platform, so it really ain't the same. So I got to get kind of engaged.
Especially on live. I think you was on live one day. You was doing whatever. Yeah. The music was good, like you said. You weren't saying shit.
Yeah, that's when I teased him. Bro, you gonna say something?
So me just being honest, man. I was shy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't mess up. I'm live, so if I mess up,
your ass shy. Knowing a little bit about you, how the fuck this man shy?
Man, it's crazy because
being in sales in general, how you gonna be shy in sales?
Man, I honestly, when it comes to the passion, like with selling cars now, I'm just serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like I go to the extreme. Like I just sold my guy Tahoe, and I said, man, it's got a scratch right here on the right side. I said, man, I really don't want to sell you nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to find a perfect new used car for people, and I tell them up front, I said, man, it may take me a while because I'm so picky about. And he was like, man, I showed him the scratch. He said, man, really? You're not gonna sell me the truck over this? I said, man, if I won't drive it, and if I got a problem with it, then I'm not gonna sell it. He said, well, man, I'm not you. I appreciate it, but
I need a car.
Right, you know what I'm saying? That's what he said. I just need hold on, now you about to get me.
So you sold somebody a Tahoe, but when I was in the market for a Tahoe,
he couldn't find one.
He couldn't find me a Tahoe.
Well, now, see, I'm gonna tell you the difference between this situation now. This guy know me and he trusts me.
I did too.
So, hold on, I'm gonna tell you what he did now. He gave me $12 grand up front to find his vehicle.
So now it's money. Say less.
The only thing is like, okay, I took him really serious. Like he gave me the money. He's like, man, I really need a vehicle. Do I need to send you the money now? I was like, hey, that's totally up to you, but I'm looking.
So basically, he put that pressure on you.
So I was like, so when you push me,
so next time
I got to do it.
Drop a 3K.
I'm put that pressure on you.
Open that motherfucker. Hey,
I'm serious. Right down his neck. I ain't gonna let him till he get me my car.
He'll be back with you in 24 hours.
Right.
I mean, but for him to do that, man, it said a lot about me. Hey, man, I trust you with my cash to do this for me. And he knew I was passionate about what I do. And like I said, I mean, you might be mad, but man,
I'm not, bro. I'm messing with you.
It was the same model as his truck, man, and it had 98,000 miles on it, man. I mean, when I said a mother like it ain't been touched, man, it was fabulous. That's stuff that I feel good about. When I create a service and make my customers extremely happy about what I do, because I take pride in everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? So to be like that, like it really makes me happy and makes me enjoy what I do. From the DJing, from getting compliments on that. Hey man, you did really great, even though I thought I probably sucked. That's that.
No, that's being perfection.
Right, and that's why I was like, I feel like it's kind of my worst curse, because when people tell me I do good, and then I respond like, yeah, I did all right, instead of just saying thank you and just moving on. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring down myself, so I don't know if that's a bad thing or good thing, but I'm trying to change all of that. But if y'all looking for a DJ, what I'm saying, that era of, I'm an old school, well, I have an old soul, so I like the old school from the 70s, 80s, and on up. That's me all day. That new generation music with all that shoot 'em up, bang bang shit.
That's funny. Back into, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at DJ_Multitalented. And the same thing, DJ Multitalented on Facebook. I'm really bad at the content on social media, so that's why I'm trying to get with my boy here, you know, and put something together to be more consistent. You know,
Hey, put some pressure on it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
No, I'm playing with that.
But I totally understand. I mean, if I gave him some, I'm sure he'll move on it, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everything he just spoke about, we have it in the description box below. And but I know it may seem a little strange, a little weird. We got a guy behind him too that's been kind of quiet. And
Bro, like,
yeah, we all know Chill Out Gary.
super comedian back here. Quiet the motherfucker.
Real quick before we go to commercial break. Gary, how the fuck you been, man? Everything good with you?
Yeah, I've been good. Hey, y'all can follow me at Chill Out Gary on all social media platforms. Last time I was here, I told y'all that I do comedy skits. I've been slacking on that, but I'm gonna come back with it. I told y'all I was gonna be starting up stand-up comedy pretty soon. I've been on that, so I've been on stage probably 15 plus times in 2 months. I'm regarded as the hottest new comic on the scene, so y'all want to come check me out. But other than that, I've been good.
And when they come check you out, what are some of the venues that you frequently doing your stand-up at? Where you at?
For the last month, I've been at the Joint every Tuesday. That's downtown North Little Rock. I've been at the Looney Bin. I've been at the Nut House Comedy Club in Rose City, and there's one other place, Hibernia. And I've been on shows. I was in Russellville last week, and so I'm pretty much everywhere. So I posted on my social medias. So if y'all follow me at Chill Out Gary, y'all see everywhere I'm at.
And of course, like always, we'll put things below too in the description box where you can find, of course, like I said, Multitalented Parks here and my man Chill Out Gary. But everything good with you though? You been straight? Like you been happy with it? The whole process been going smooth?
Yeah, it's been going pretty smooth. I done had some up and downs, but a lot of the senior comedians, they tell me like you gonna have times that you bomb.
Yep.
If you okay with being good, you got to be okay with bombing. So every time I had maybe a set that I didn't think went too well, they're like, that's a part of the game. So they really been helping me out a lot.
And like I said, I seen two of your stand-ups real quick, and I'm happy as fuck for you. Like I said, I'm happy for anybody. If you have a particular passion or dream, and you actually pursue that shit, and you go through and see it through, and you go on a particular journey, like even myself with writing and things of that nature, I am so excited and happy for you as a man to man, brother to brother. Even with you in photography, you and the DJing, you've been doing it for a minute too. And like I said, back to you and your comedy, just congratulations, brother. Thank you. Big love. And just like continue that process. Don't see it through. And you never know, man. One day you'll be on Netflix or you may be on some other particular stand up in front of thousands of people.
Yep, that's
making everybody laugh. And because you may even be the DJ. We'll walk them out.
Right.
And you can be doing the photo shoot behind the scenes.
Right.
And I can help write the jokes.
New day and age, living color.
Yeah.
Man.
Do what you want.
I think hey, as our culture, man, we keep supporting each other, man, and lifting each other up and seeing each other to, be a success.
And it don't happen that often, bro. You be surprised, we don't work with each other. It's so much, like I said, we say this all the time on the episodes, bro. We got so much talent in Arkansas and just here in Little Rock.
Right.
We just got to connect with one another, and we just got to support one another. That's even sharing people's content on Facebook, actually showing them to venues, and getting a couple live videos or photos and posting that shit. So you can see that not only this person doing A, B, and C, you can show that they're doing it, and you actually there supporting it. And you got to just continue that process. I'd rather see pictures of you doing your thing or videos doing your thing versus someone getting their ass whooped in a random fight at a parking lot that I don't know what the fuck they at.
That's sad, but that's kind of like what's ruining social media right now.
Yeah, it's just all
negativity,
all this
right.
shit, all some drama. I caught this person doing this, guys. Here's the live situation versus, hey man, this man doing a stand up or you doing stand up and you doing your thing as a DJ. I can just see and video you doing your thing, making the crowd move or whatever. I'd rather see that shit because you with your photography, I love seeing the photos you do.
Hey, speaking of that, man,
Photo Mac.
follow me on Instagram at the Photo Mac and on Facebook at Alluring Creation Photography. I got some heat coming for y'all, man.
And that'll be down below too.
Real.
But like I said, stay tuned, guys. We're gonna go to commercial break, and like I said, we'll see you on the flip side.
What's up, YouTube world? Hey, this your boy E-Bob from 501 Witty coming at you for the one time. Do me a favor, head on over to that YouTube page, click that subscribe button, also turn your notifications on. Hey, we got so much content we want to share with you guys, and we don't want you to miss out. Thanks for your support and your likes and your views, man. One.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed that commercial break. Listen, he just showed you with earlier clips from previous videos. Go back, catch yourself up to where we are now. We're about 60 videos in, so you got a lot of stuff to catch up on. If you're already here with us, hey, thank you for supporting the channel. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Like I said on the board, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. T-shirts going $15 a piece, black and white. But like I said, follow everyone that you see on this particular episode, and everyone you've seen previously too, from T. Berry. Of course, we had Miss Disney on last time as the actress, and of course, just like Gary was on prior. So just follow, support everybody.
And man, hey, the T-shirts they working because my mother-in-law, excuse me, my mother-in-law, she was at the store, and she had a guy stop her and was like, "Hey, where you get that shirt from?" And she told him, like. She was like, my son-in-law do comedy skits or whatever. She was like, he was like, "Oh man, I watch them guys all the time on my lunch break. They funny. I really wish I could get an autograph from them." So whoever you are out there, if you're watching this video right now,
thank you.
Comment below. Thanks for your support. Comment below, and we'll make that happen. Get you a free T-shirt just for shouting out or whatever, reaching out, and appreciate your support again. But yeah, if y'all want shirts, man, they 15.
A piece.
You
got small for 3X.
Right.
Black and white. Don't say support. If you can go buy Ralph Lauren, you can go buy 501 Witty.
All right, for way cheaper.
And back to what he was saying before the break about, I feel like the world stuff come into alignment, and you don't even have to control it because it just fall into place as it happens. Because I just started comedy like I was telling y'all, and eventually I'll be throwing my own shows, and so. The guy that works with me, Trey Diesel, he's a good comic too. You should follow him at the Trey Diesel show. But he was telling me like to throw a good show, all you need is a dope ass DJ, and I didn't know one, so now I do. So stuff just falls into place. And
look at God, look at God. Won't he do it?
Yep.
Hey.
Like a greenleaf. Amen.
I'll be honored to be that DJ, man. I definitely would love that opportunity.
And just smooth transition. All right, so the world is always been crazy. This year specifically been nuts. Now that we don't know how we got here. Regarding now the vaccines available after the election, that could be a very conspiratorial approach. But we'll leave that alone for another topic, another day.
Agree.
However, when now it's in place, the distribution is starting to, of course, happen, which means, hey, the vaccine will be out there. First question I have just for you guys, and you guys at home, if you want to, like I said, comment below. Are you guys going to voluntarily take the vaccine?
First wave, definitely not.
Okay.
First wave, second wave, third wave, hell no.
Okay, so we got 2 no's so far. We said no in the first wave. You said you're not doing it at all.
At all.
Gary, what you?
I'm definitely going to take it. I mean, by the time it gets to the general population, it already been several million people that already took it. So, yeah, I definitely take it.
And my stance is, I'm not going to be, like, first in line, like, in the first wave. Right. And I guess it kind of goes to my second part. And this, I would love to hear your opinion on this. What if it's like forced upon you? Like you have, like for example, now you're an entrepreneur, you don't necessarily clock in on no one's clock. But certain places may have where it's required, to even enter my establishment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, and these people at home, if you know what I'm talking about, there's a movie called Contagion. It came out in 2011. I don't know if anyone in this movie has seen this movie. But in the movie, once the vaccine was founded and put out there in the public, everyone had a wristband once they took it. And you couldn't even go to certain places without being scanned. Hey, I took it. Boom, I come in. So with that said, if you're forced, what is your approach to that? If you're forced. Even your children, anything that may go on. How are you going to approach this? You can't fly. You can't go nowhere. You can't go into my My restaurant, they got vaccine.
That's wild.
It's really sad that America has came to something like if it does
that's
happen.
The world too. They ain't just America.
I know.
The world.
And okay, well, yeah, you're right. Because actually, if I talk about even the chip process, you know, that's in process too. So that's kind of like to be the same thing. They just starting off with something.
Yep, they test it out.
Exactly.
They still trying to get to control.
Right. So you know, my standpoint on that, man, I
what you gonna do? I mean, you cannot come to the fucking bank or whatever the case may be unless you have the damn wristband on.
Like we've been doing, we'll find a way to do things. And I believe I'm going to be that guy that's going to find a way. If I got to get Keisha and little JoJo and them, that I can pay $5,000, whatever it is I got to pay, I'm going to have them to do that for me.
The name speaks for itself. Multitalented.
Yeah, I'm going to find a way. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the chip ain't happening. You know, once that occurs, like I said, I watched on YouTube. In certain countries, they already doing that. You can't get on the bus. You can't access your bank. You can't even start your car without this chip. Right.
Scan your wrist or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
I mean, what's the point of the chip though? Like,
well, control.
Control. It's open control because
New World.
because not okay. You know, while this once again 2020, you know, the coin shortage was going on. They're trying to just track what you're doing with your finances and stuff like that because they want to know exactly everything. It's all about data gathering.
Who is that?
Well, the government. In general, because like
this right here?
Of course.
Have you watched the new movie?
Well, we got Social Dilemma out there on Netflix to talk about this.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
But you know, they've all been listening. You go back to even Will Smith and Dustin Hoffman had in that one movie, Enemy of the State. This was back in the 98 or whatever.
And if y'all ain't noticed the movies, they give you signs. They tell you.
Yeah, of course.
And people don't tell. They think it's just entertainment and not taking it serious. But man,
it's there.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as Enemy of the State came out, y'all know the Patriot that came follow after 9/11. And like I said, even if you go back and watch, if you have not seen Contagion, guys, like watch that film. I've been trying to suggest it to you and you. It's literally what's going on right now in that movie is plot for plot. The same shit is going on now. Like it's no like. It's crazy. It's scary how accurate that movie was in 2011 to what's going on to this thing. So now you say you're gonna take it. You're not really messed up from your perspective. A, why like so willingly and like not? I guess is it because it's gonna happen? I gotta take it anyway, regardless, or you think it's a positive thing? Like,
it's a mix of both. I believe it's positive because the only way that the COVID numbers are gonna go down is if people take the vaccine, and I feel like. Eventually, they can't actually, it's against the amendments to force you to take it, but I do believe that eventually they're going to stop allowing people to go to work, they're going to stop allowing people to go to school. You're not going to be able to go places without taking it, so I might as well just take it to keep myself from getting it, like, as an extra barrier of protection. I mean, of course, even with a vaccine, you can still get it, but you can have an extra barrier of protection, and I think it would be a good thing for stuff to kind of go back to normal a little bit, but I don't believe they'll do the chip because they already track our every move anyway through our phones. Like you just held up, like your phone tells you everywhere you've never been throughout the time you've had your phone. Yeah. So they know everything. So they don't need a chip.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So without, because I know you said you'll just take it. Like. I just lost my train of thought, y'all.
No.
Go ahead.
Well, I would say, just continue what you were saying, you know, about, you know, it's going to happen regardless. Is there any fear from you, and this is going to anybody, as you all know, we don't know the aftermath as far as, let's say, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, what would be the effects of taking this vaccine? Could it be another cancerous development down the line? Or it could be another adverse situation where, okay, we took the vaccine in 2021. Here,
maybe a setup or something later on.
Well, we don't know because, like, yeah, it's been tested in a certain market to this particular degree, but we don't know the long-term things that this may have effect on. But we have no trouble to take it. But here we are, 5, 10 years later, you're affected in your 40s and 50s. My kids are affected because now it's in their system, and then we have this continued generational thing that's going to be with us in society forever.
Anything that enters our body, we don't know what effect it has on us.
Yeah.
Every medication that we take, whether it's ibuprofen, Tylenol, all have side effects that could affect you further down the line.
Yeah, because
So any medication that you take, you don't know what it could do to you in the future. People take certain weight loss pills and stuff, and then it affects their health down the line that they never knew. So, I mean, it's no different than any other medication.
So you saying that I'm out to go ahead and go with it, and then it is what it is?
It's no different. That drink you drinking right now will cause some effect to you further down the line.
Delicious beer, local beer, support local people.
So I saw now that it came to me. So you don't believe, because once you get this the COVID, you got to be quarantined for what, 10, 14 days?
Now 10 days, now it's down to 10.
So now with that being said, so if everybody was obedient and can actually stay at home for, let's say, 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? And if that's supposed to, and let yourself heal, and everybody did that, then why would we need a vaccine? If that's curing us, then why can't we do that? The reason it keeps spreading because everybody being disobedient, you know, and going out there that's infected, probably don't know they're infected, and steady passing it along. If they stayed their asses at home, we probably wouldn't have this damn problem. But we so, you know, we want to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, how we want to do it. We don't want to listen. But, and now to control it then, since y'all don't want to listen, we're going to come up with a vaccine then. And then now, okay, now y'all can do what you want to do, but you got to take this vaccine now. So
go. Do you want to go ahead and just? Cause I got a response.
Yeah,
go ahead.
People are never gonna listen. Like, I mean, no one is gonna stay at home. I've known people that's gotten COVID. They're positive, and then they're out going somewhere to get food, and so people just don't listen. And so, if you can get a vaccine out there, then people can do what they want to do, like you said, and then we don't have to worry about it no more. But as far, I mean, the numbers are going up. It's 3,000 cases every day. And this COVID has killed more people than the flu in the last 5 years. And so it's something needs to be done about it.
And there was actually another pandemic that happened
Recently?
before this one.
Talking about SARS and things of that nature?
I think so, where it affected, so it's like a phase, and that's why I think it, like you said, it's a whole conspiracy thing and money thing, because I trade stocks too, and Forex, so why, I think it was either March 3rd or February 3rd, all the stocks in the market fell on that one day, every Visa, Bank of America, everybody fell on that one day. So if this wasn't a politic thing or conspiracy theory for people to make more money, then how can one day?
And that definitely, we're not going too much into a deep dive, and we can revisit this at another podcast. I can understand people's mindset because, granted, the consensus is it started in China, right? Now, the other theory out there is the bat and the wet market, you know, that has the food, stuff like that, not really as sanitary as it should. And so what that said, it spread to, of course, a human, jumped from species to species, and of course the whole outbreak could happen. But some people still think it was created in the lab. Now the cover could be the wet market, but we'll never really truly know because you're part of Arkansas, where we're at, we're never going to be able to investigate and prove this.
Then they arrested that guy though, right?
As far as who?
The scientist that was messing with it in the lab.
Well, you know, the scientist who discovered it or who put it out there, he's dead. He died of COVID. That very doctor who put it out there, some shit.
Man.
And so that's why we can be on it forever.
Karma's a bitch.
Well, no, it's not even karma.
That's karma, bro.
But no, he exposed it. Like he was saying, I
thought you were saying he like made it. Like
no, he didn't make it. He just said the guy who's gonna bring it out there, like, listen, guys, this is a serious thing, and they kind of downplayed it. He's dead. He died from the very virus. He tried to expose and tell everybody, hey, be careful, be out there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I will say, and you probably heard too, the world is it has to be depopulated. We have too many people living here.
Man, I promise I'll be saying this.
That was the whole plan for COVID.
Population control, bro.
Yes,
that's what it is.
You on that Thanos shit.
So,
but go ahead.
Government already in debt. So to delete some of this debt, well, if we got people dying here and there, look, all this government assistance, well, decrease.
To get rid of people.
Exactly.
And I was saying,
bro, I've been saying that for so long, bro.
So you disagree with that?
No, I don't say it's not a possibility. I just think it's very misguided if that is the direction that they are going in or they want to go.
But that goes back to what you just said, though. Like certain stuff that happened in the past. Like for instance, like it was maybe like 3-4 years ago, maybe a little longer. Like it was like a couple cases of Ebola in Texas.
Yeah,
and just like all of a sudden it just vanished. Like
because
that's why I think the COVID gonna do. It's gonna do the same.
Well,
thing.
They know Ebola was strong, of course, in Africa, and of course they made it across the waters. Even with the whole thing going on in Brazil during the Olympics, not Ebola, it was something else with the whole with the heads, with the babies, so the women couldn't. Come on, guys, y'all get me out with that. There was a certain thing going on. This reason, not just Ebola, it was something else. It was a pandemic. It didn't really get to America strongly, but it was like got to South
Talking
America.
about the killer hornets.
Not the Hornets, no, that was recently. But that's this year.
that's another thing.
That disappeared. That was just this year. But there was something going on where the Olympics was going on down in Brazil, and then it was like it's going to affect the Olympics and shit like that.
I don't know.
So the women became pregnant. They couldn't blah 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 blah. But anyway, just getting back to it, they got it under control. But yes, things do go in ways. But that's why this is called the COVID-19 is more like something we haven't seen to this point. It's like one of those brand new like mutated viruses where we can't much about.
So you think it's
Go ahead.
You think it's brand new?
Well, I'm saying in the sense of the mutation, like the strain, the strain of it.
I was seeing something like it's been on the back of Lysol cans for like.
And that's one of the conspiracy things. That book, one thing that you can feed to that. I'm not saying I'll never know.
Because they got the little list on the back without the kids.
I've seen that.
It's
So-
been around.
Yeah.
It's been around. It's
Yeah,
just a different strand.
It's a strand of COVID. It's a
Okay.
different strand. That's why it's a novice. It's a novice particular strand of this particular unfortunate disease. But just to kind of we'll transition to something else. Now it's out there. You have no problem taking the vaccine. I say, if I gotta go get a job, I gotta work, and I need to get it, I'm gonna get because I gotta take care of my family.
Yeah.
And I do respect those in your particular mindset that, you know what, I don't trust it. I'm gonna do the best I can to kind of move around it because I don't know what they give me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have y'all seen Logan, right? The movie Logan, Wolverine. Damn. Well, in that movie, spoilers, guys. I'm sorry, it's been out fucking 8 years. They put certain ingredients into the corn, and then, of course, corn is mass produced, it's mass served, and with that said, the mutants died off because they had a particular vaccine inside the corn, unbeknownst to the mutants, and they ate the shit, and the mutants started dying off. So they'll find a way to get the vaccine out there, even if you get around it. So that's another scary thing too that you
Don't go to Chili's, man, and order them chicken crispers.
So anyway,
Back to what he was saying about population control. I kind of want to tap dance around this topic, but I'm gonna just say it. But I mean, if y'all niggas kill me, y'all just kill me. I'm sorry. But the government, I used to work for a fire alarm company, and I used to go to one of the FDA buildings and work down there. Mm-hmm. And they used to have these mosquitoes, like huge mosquitoes dead on the ground. They weren't alive, but they was huge. We like, dang, that's a mosquito. And they come to find out that those are mosquitoes like that they used to mutate with different diseases. Yeah. That if the U.S. Army wasn't strong enough to beat their opponent, they could release those mosquitoes with those diseases over there and kill everybody. Yeah. And I said, if they could do that over there, what stops them from doing it here?
And then, I mean, facts. And for those who don't know, LSD.
It was a little thing about mosquitoes for a little minute.
Well, yeah.
You talking about what was it?
West Nile.
West Nile.
Yeah. And so, that's go to the computer, Gary. Why? This is live. Anyway, back to what you just said about the whole mosquito thing. LSD and shit like that. How they first discovered that and they started experimenting on that on people, right? You do know that, right? Mm-hmm. It was a story where the CIA finally released the documentation or whatever, but they'll put it in bread in a little small village, and they would sell the bread to the local people. They want to kind of stand from afar and see the effects on what this LSD was doing.
You just guinea pigs, man.
Well, right. But that's what they did, and that's what they do. And so, once again, back to where your stance is, I understand. That's why I understand why you are where you are, because like you said, the guinea pig thing. You don't know what the fuck their plans are, what they plan on doing, and like I said, that goes to what I said earlier, the 5-10 year effects they may have on us as society. But I understand too, and that's what they put us in that pickle. We have no choice because that's why they make it where, okay, you can't get no job, you can't come to my Walmart, you can't come to my CVS, you can't go nowhere unless you got that. Hey, let's see. Let me look at your wristband. Oh, it's outdated. I'm so sorry. No, that's 2020.
But I guarantee you, the rich ain't taking this. I guarantee.
And you could be right, but we will never know.
We never know. But
let me ask you this: How long? Do you know how long it took for them to come with the flu vaccine?
I don't want to lie. Like let's say 3-5 years.
After the flu was exposed?
You talking back then?
Yeah.
Oh, you talking way back then? Shit, they got up to I don't know, decade. 6. I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Most vaccines that they come out with take years. Yeah,
they take years.
They have to go through trials.
What we got in 8 months.
So if that's the case, then how the hell they come with the vaccine so quick after an election, like you said, for the COVID? Then, if it wasn't already planned.
What gets to the whole conspiracy that I can understand why people would think the way they think because we'll never know. But as a society, once again, we're in a particular situation, that rock and hard place, where what the fuck we gonna do?
Yeah,
we're not the powers that be,
and they know that we can't do nothing. So that's why.
Go ahead.
I feel like everything is planned. Back to my the FD. You know they approve everything that we take. Medicines, foods we eat, they approve it.
Oh yeah.
But you still get foods that have E. coli and salmonella and all that stuff. If they approved it and they got their stamp on it, how did that happen?
Well, I would say just to kind of just go on with that with E. coli. Sometimes that's be like regulations not being followed because, for example, we all know that Trump let go of a lot of things. EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, where he kind of lowered or got rid of certain laws that were put in place. So when the EPA is kind of their hands are not there, then as I as a farmer, I can kind of do what the fuck I want to. There's no regulations as far as disposing of things, even because of my cattle and shit like that. And so when that's allowed, that do help create certain things that come get in our meats, our vegetables, stuff like that. And of course, it makes it to our plates at home. So I wouldn't really blame the FDA on that because that's a separate department in regards to, of course, the federal government. Mm-hmm. So that's how that happens.
I don't know what movie it was, but it was actually like a service for just coming by everybody who had a farm or anything or dealing with crops, where they was forced to shut down if they didn't follow procedure.
It's a movie,
right? And I don't know the movie. I wish I did, but like that again. Every movie that I watch, when it be something like that, like I'm always looking for a subliminal message. Yeah, it's always there. And some people watch these movies for entertainment, but movies will tell you. Some of them will tell you. A lot of them will tell you a lot. And
no, it's there. The messages are there.
Yeah.
I mean, because even like right now, from me being a writer myself, if we came up with a certain story that we want to tell, we can definitely pick where we want to kind of like, hey, this information's here. Oh, we're good at this. We can put it in the script and we can put it out to the public. Hey, watch out for this. But
at the end of the day, the government thrives off people being sick. The number one moneymaker in the U.S. is healthcare.
So Chris Rock said in his stand-up, there's no cure. There's no money in the cure. There's money in the medicine.
But I don't mean to get all spiritual.
No, exactly. Go ahead.
But I mean, when it comes to health, man, we are in control of that. Fear only makes us take medicine. Right. If you think about it, we all have power within. And that's why, if you ain't noticed, meditation and all that is becoming popular now.
Well, and marijuana. I mean, that's right. It's helping. Marijuana does help. Go ahead.
Like, I'm a guy, I do not take medicine whatsoever. I don't give a damn what's going on with me.
Plenty of water.
Water, plenty of vitamin C. Yeah. I kind of slacked on working out, but I'll force myself every now and then.
Eat some pussy, that's good too.
Hey man, it is what it is. Keep the beard full. But anyway, so with that being said, I'm just a testimony to a guy that don't take medicines when I get a headache or whatever is going on. I don't take medicine, and And this is why, because I know the true power within. If I want to be healed, then I will meditate, vision myself being healed. Whatever it is that I want to be healed, I think about that very thing and make it better. A day or two max.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this all my life because I watch it on YouTube. I'm like, man, okay, I guess this does make sense. You know, I mean, I don't know how many believers that believe in God, but, you know, just me, I believe God lives within me. So if I was born and got that power, then why can I, you know, do the things that he done? Okay, well, of course, if you go by the biblical stories, if they ain't walking on water and all that, okay, now that's another story. But just the self-healing and things like that, it is very possible. Like, if I know I got a headache, it's one, well, 2 to 3 things, you know what I'm saying? Either I ain't getting no sleep, I ain't shitted,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Water.
Or, you know, water. I'm just not taking care of myself. And people don't think of like that. You know, they immediately just go to, you know, Tylenol, Advil, and things like that. They think that these medicine, and I think they did, what you call it? What kind of pill?
Placebo?
Yes.
Yeah.
And only, it's you healing you, not that medicine. You know what I'm saying? If you believe that, hey, this pill is going to heal me, of course, it's going to heal you because you believe in that pill. But believe in yourself and see what happens.
Yeah. Take better care of yourself consistently.
Right, because like he said, I'm not going to take a medicine if you got more effects behind it than it actually healing what it's supposed to heal. That's crazy.
That's like these commercials these days with all these new medicines coming out, and they throwing all these different side effects out. You be like, damn, do I really want to take that?
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny. I was thinking of a video skit. I told y'all about it before.
Yeah.
I still ain't did it, but it's funny.
It's still coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
This may cause rash on the buttocks, or may cause a boil on your forehead.
They really
like,
happy dancing and shit. Like,
yeah, they be on a commercial like
death.
dancing and all happy and shit.
But we're going to get right back with you guys on another commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back to finish this thing out. Once again, welcome back from the other side of the commercial break. Now, we talked about vaccine, we talked about it's out there now. Now, question, since you guys are entertainers, and we're all in the entertainment field, how do you think it's going to affect, will it ever bounce back? Now, have you ever seen it in like a decrease or reduction, in the overall group of people that you're entertaining? I know you kind of see it in stand-up, the crowd's not as what it could be. So you think now that the vaccine's out there, things go back to normal? Like, do you think we have more concerts now? Because that's not even going on.
Eventually, once they see like
festivals going on outdoors, stuff like that.
Like what G said, like once they start seeing the numbers decrease, then things will start picking back up and moving forward. But
which is encouraging,
right?
I mean, I've heard that the numbers have been manipulated, you know. And
that's no conspiracy, Mr. Parks.
I no, I mean, I don't know. I just heard.
You talking about people going to the hospital getting tested positive when they really don't even got it.
And sometimes that I've heard many cases of that as well.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I think this is, like, again, all planned.
He died from a heart attack, but we're going to list it as a COVID case.
Okay, prime example.
That was actually on the news, bro.
Right. Every case that happens, it ain't the guy got the flu no more. It's automatically COVID. They telling people that he died from COVID. They want people, this is that negative shit again. They put that fear inside your mind that, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? He died from it. She died from it. They make actors get involved. All this shit, come on now, man.
So go ahead.
The thing with it is though, they're actually having COVID, but COVID is one of those diseases that attacks everything. So you can have a guy that dies from a heart attack, but it was caused by COVID. It's a comedian here. He's an older white guy. He ended up getting COVID, and he now has a pacemaker because it attacked his heart, and so he now has a heart condition. But it was caused by COVID, because COVID is one of those diseases that if you get it, it causes other problems in your body, and you have lifelong effects of.
And that's why they say people with pre-existing conditions have a high risk
of dying.
And they do say that once you get it, on the backside you get into, you will not be the same.
You're never gonna recover.
Because now your body, like you said, it is chosen a part part of your system has been
Tactic.
in the tactics, from your respiratory, or it could be something to do with anything going on inside your body that now has been altered for the remaining of your life.
Yep.
So it just will once again we'll never know.
Me personally, man, I hear people talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm the healer. So if I got it, I'm good. It'll be gone within a day or two. So I'm good. And that's how I've been since it started. I've been just fine.
So let's say I don't know if y'all pictures of the news as far as entertainment, but HBO Max, they just decided a couple days ago to release all their 2021 schedule simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max, the streaming service, for the whole calendar year of 2021. Now, do you think, movie theaters are really doing pretty bad right now. That's one industry that is like crumbled. And it may not never be the same, because even when things with the vaccine being out there, will everyone feel comfortable going back to the theaters at full capacity? And with the CDC guidelines that are currently in place, will that even allow 300 people in one theater, or like say these big ones with 400 seats or whatever? Are you gonna keep, because like the social distance still remain if the vaccine's out there? And if that's said, then how the hell are they gonna really make money out there? You gotta only put 50% capacity in your theaters. And also, what can they do to bring you as a family man, or you as a family man, or you as a family man, that make you feel comfortable back to the theater? What can they do?
I mean, it's just gonna have to take time, bro. That's the only thing. Like,
So you don't feel comfortable. Like, let's say, for example, the vaccine is evenly distributed throughout the world by March 2021 first quarter. Will Bobby take his kids, or just yourself, like, you feel comfortable to the theater?
for me personally, even before COVID, I didn't like crowds, so I always go to the movie theater like as soon as they open up in the morning. That way I can have the whole theater basically to myself or whoever I'm with.
Okay.
But
What about just you and the missus? And let's say date night, whatever. Do you feel comfortable? Let's say it's February, going to the theaters.
I don't know, man. Just according to media, I guess. Numbers, I gotta see some improvement around this motherfucker.
So right now, no. Like right now, you would not go to theaters.
Like my wife was just talking to me yesterday. She was like, "Man, I can't wait till we can go out to eat again." Cause like, dude, we ain't been out to eat since like shit before my daughter was born, or like right after she was born, and that's been over a year ago. So,
what about you?
it's weird.
I can't say the same. I've been enjoying my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop something because of the world say this or that now. But what we do take precautions when we do go out. We bring sanitizer and sanitizer wipes and wipe our area. Anything that we're going to be touching or whatnot. But I mean, of course, when we go out to eat, we don't have control. Who's making the food, if they didn't cough on it or whatever. So, but those things again, what I'm saying, we don't worry about because we just faithful servants. You know what I'm saying? We just got faith that hey, we gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have nothing to worry about. But when we ain't just being just loose, like don't care. I don't want nobody to get that perception of me.
Have you like, speaking back to like just the theater, have you been to the theater?
Yeah, we've been to the movie.
Last one I seen was Tenet. I seen that back in July when it came out.
Yeah, and then that's what we went to go see right there. Now when we went in, we sanitized the seats or whatnot, and it was, really wasn't many people there, but
you guys wear your mask the whole time.
Well,
no. Now I can't stand wearing my mask.
And now in the whole rule is if you're not eating, you're supposed to have your mask on while you're watching the film. Supposed to. Right. The signs up it encourages that. Now even when I went to Tenet, I was fortunate. I had the whole row, like literally by myself. They already had the social distance guidelines in place where you couldn't get seats next to each other anyway. But I was fortunate. I went to see Tenet. Like I had the whole row to myself. And at Riverdale over here, not Riverdale, but Rays, right on Colonel Glenn. That stadium seating where you don't even see the next row above because like there are walls there and you can't see. You know they're there, but you can't see it. And below you, same thing. So there's a big drop off. So you kind of get that separation. So I thought to my mask. Now I was just chilling.
Yeah, I don't.
Now you don't have to do this because it's just one of the things that in the general facility by myself.
I mean, how's it? I mean, I know you can get it either from touching something or somebody sneeze or coughing.
And
So if I don't hear nobody that's really sick, I mean, why? First of all, why would you come somewhere in public knowing that this is going on? You cough and sneeze, and you know you sick.
Like what he just said. They just do it.
Now, when that happens, if I hear somebody coughing and sneezing and all that, yeah, I'm leaving.
So that's one my next thing I ask you. You know, you said it was like you're comfortable. You're whoever you with or you by yourself. You write the stuff down. You take your precautions.
Mm-hmm.
Will you still feel just as comfortable when like the numbers of people going out increase? Like you're in the theater now, it's 50% capacity. Let's say 75%. So now it's a good movie. Let's say it's fucking Mortal Kombat come out in January, or let's say Wonder Woman come out in 2 weeks. You go see Wonder Woman. Hey, it's a nice little crowd here because people just tired of sitting at home. They want to see a good theater movie. Mm-hmm. So now would you still be as okay, let's go out here. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, still, like I said, if I'm hearing a lot of coughing and sneezing, then that might, but let's go. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody in here can infect everybody in here. You know what I'm saying?
At one point, they were saying you can get it just by somebody talking to you.
Yeah, because it depends on the
particles in
you spit. Because you may not try to, it happens. Mm-hmm. Some, of course, more than others, and so that is a possibility. That's why you have to do it.
I mean, and I get the mask, but I mean, is this really protecting us?
Well, they show studies that if they have been the whole, what's the word, statical, whatever, spit particles, certain masks do stop certain amounts getting out. And that's why they said, wear this only, or wear this, don't wear this. Because back, they had one people filter on the side here, they recommend not to wear those because it's not fully protect you. But what you have and what I have and what he's wearing and what he's wearing, that's supposed to be the max effort. That's why they said no bandanas, no neck gaiters, because those kind of allow more spit particles out. So that's why they take you through these.
So if somebody's just talking and they're not spitting,
no, you're good. But they'll still recommend don't be too close to the motherfucker.
I'm guessing that's why they saying stay 6 feet apart.
So go ahead.
I have a family member who got it from just sitting. They wasn't even side by side, but they were in the same office. They were working, and they were eating lunch. And the person thought that their sinuses was just acting up, but it ended up being COVID. So they both ended up getting it, but even though they weren't close together, they still got it. So it still can be transmitted through talking and being in the same environment.
Because it lingers in the air. Of course, the AC unit it just recycles the air in the room and just disseminates it. So it's one of the things that it's going to be with us for a long part of our life, at least for the next 5 years at least. Now, I'm saying because because the flu, when the flu was introduced, it's still around. Yeah. Now we got control over it, and the people still die because on top of the flu, they have complications already. And same thing will go with the COVID situation. It will be with the vaccines in place, so hopefully we take better care. That's why a lot of ownership on you the first time. And that goes on you too. People at home, you're watching.
Please take better care.
Yeah, because yes, our government is supposed to provide us with certain cares and certain information and certain resources, but it's on you, the person at home, too, to have proper care of yourself. That means, of course, exercising, being active,
eat right,
eat better.
A lot of water.
Water's very important because it flushes the system, keeps your skin clear, all that good stuff. Also, you want to get plenty of sleep to allow your body to recover from what you did the day prior. So trying to work. I know it's hard because we work a lot. It's very difficult. And, of course, certain foods are more expensive than others, but you just got to do a better job taking care of yourself because that'll help you out, too, in the long run. So it's going to be a go ahead.
I say, if you don't meditate, I advise looking into it and just taking that time to actually meditate and get in tune with yourself and your body as well. That way you can kind of experience what I've been talking about. Like if it's just something small as a headache and, just taking the time and seeing yourself heal, just a minor headache, you know what I'm saying? And see what happens, see how it works for you,
And that, and we're all the same as far as we all have human bodies, but individually, there's something different about your body, something different about mine. So like you're saying, if you find out, but it will help out. If you meditate or you focus on yourself, you will start to learn how your body really works. So like I said, if you go with this man's particular suggestion, it will work. It may work. Not for everybody, but it's out there.
Right.
But just to get back to what I was saying about the whole theater. What about yourself, Gary? How would you feel about just strictly on the movie theater yourself? And like, do you feel comfortable now? If not, will you feel comfortable in 2 months? Or will you have to wait out to next summer? Like,
I feel pretty comfortable because I'm gonna wear my mask. I try to keep my mask on anywhere I go.
yeah.
If I can go to the comedy clubs, which are typically pretty small, and I can sit there and be comfortable with my mask on, I'm pretty sure I could be comfortable in a movie theater. It's a little bigger than comedy venues, so I feel pretty confident in my mask.
Now we all group, so basically we won't basically go at theater. I'm going if it's available. What about just thinking about it from the ticket prices, whatever people were paying? Do you like, you know what? Fuck the theater. I can watch it at home now. With that option in play, we say, you know, will that curb your overall? Because, like, for example, a couple of 2 people going to the theater, like, we'll say $15 to IMAX screen or something like that. We'll say $25. Well, if I pay $15 a month on the streaming service, I can watch it at home and have my whole family in the fucking living room. We can pause it. I can go pick a piss, come back. I can watch it anytime I want to.
That's the luxury of being at home.
Right. I think majority probably would.
So with that out there now, let's just strip the HBO Max with the whole Warner Brothers release. But I'm pretty sure, if you don't know, Disney had their little conference call coming on December 10th. And anybody listen to they may make the same decision. Because, you know, once one domino falls, everyone starts falling in line. So that could be the potential thing all next year that all these major studios may say, well, guess what, guys? With our streaming service, too, you can watch our movie at home the same day you go to the theater and watch it. So with that option there, that changed your perspective. Like, wow, I'm probably going to stay at home watching now.
Majority, I would say 80% of the time, I would rather stay at home. And the other 20 just to get out the house, just to go do something.
Right.
Like, 80% of the time, I would rather enjoy that movie at home because, for one, like you said, if you got to get up to go take a piss or go get something to drink or whatever, you can pause the movie. You ain't got to worry about nobody in that motherfucking theater talking about something. Hey, girl, you better look out. You better, You know, you ain't got to worry about nobody get their phones out. You ain't got to worry about no kids making too much noise, disturbing your experience. So,
correct.
I would definitely choose watching it in my crib and going to the theater over there.
Gotcha. So what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, just that alone. I mean, that's a. Although the theaters might not be open, but it's still a big net income for all the people that's making films and things.
No, that's definitely that's another topic for another day because we can go. It's a deep dive in that because this definitely financially hurting a lot of people. Just set designers, because like I said, there's a lot to go into what making a movie. Granted, they do get paid up front, but still, like, if you are an actor or you're a particular creator, you want your return on your investment. And so you may not get the full return on your investment because things are not being streamed. And a lot of times these movies are being financed on credit. And a movie to make their money back, the movie bombs financially. And so that does hinder the decision of students to continue working and making further content in that particular genre, whether it be comic books or some fucking spy thriller, whatever. It's like, hey, right now it's not making any fucking money because everything is going streaming. So go ahead.
So what you saying? You make more money.
Indeed.
Okay.
Because, for example, let's say a comic movie makes $1 billion from the studio. Well, that same profit they made on that $1 billion film to fund other smaller projects, that would be the romance comedy, the straight comedy, or the action film over here. Because you may spend $200+ million on this comic book movie, but you may only spend $50 to $5 million on a horror movie. And so, with that said, you need these big projects to make all the money to keep feeding these other smaller projects. But now with this current system and model, granted, the studio may still get some money in regards to the streaming service, but you may not be able to maximize your profits because not everything's being made in the theaters now due to the COVID situation. So that's definitely one of the things that is one of the things they got to test the market, see how it's going to go. Now, hopefully, with the vaccine now, that may be encouraging that we may be able to make this money again one day. But 2021, I don't think no movie's going to make $1 billion. It's because of the certain situation where you can watch it at home and people have been going to feel comfortable to theaters in droves. But my last question is, what can the theaters do to maybe draw you back out? Do you think that they should combine, like, have y'all been to the movie tavern where they got dinner and movie, a full meal?
Mm-hmm.
So with that particular structure, would it be more conducive for the public in general if they had more theaters like that, where you not necessarily eat while you watch movies like that, but like let's say you and your spouse or whoever you with, your homeboys, y'all can go eat dinner in the same building. While you like say, let's say the movie started at 5 o'clock. We get there at 3. We eat a little bit before we go to the theater, to the movie, whatever. So, but we're all in the same building still. We like literally, we pay for our tab, go down the hallway to the, of course, the screens. Will that, do you think that help draw people out more? Like,
Don't stop shop.
there you go. Do you think that'll work? Something they need, what do they need to do to bring people out? Not just being sanitary and being clean, but you need to like, activate the experience now.
Man, I don't know. This might sound crazy.
No,
what you saying now? I was like, maybe if it's a couple thing, maybe have like they just private boxes.
Bubble boy.
Yeah, kind of like
Like
just
a suite,
double
like a suite.
Exactly, like you're having your
now,
own. Every seat would be a suite.
Okay. Let's say you do present that though. Will you, the consumer, be willing to pay higher prices now? Because you want that kind of treatment. That the $8 for matinee not gonna be like 12 or 13 or $15 just for matinee. Because now we got suites over here.
I mean, it really depends on if you and your spouse or whoever, your girlfriend, side piece, want to, go out and have a good time. You'll pay for whatever, just like everything else. We have no choice. If we want to do it, we gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to do it bad enough, I think it start making money, and when more people hear about it, that other people is doing, because most people are followers. So if they doing it, then they want to see what it's about. So they get the experience, and if they like it, they may do it again. But it may not happen as often as we go to the movies and pay, $20 to see, for a couple. But hey, there's some revenue coming in, and it may not probably make not much, but it might be some percentages off. I mean, look, you probably got to pay what $50, $60 to go see a movie now. And it's like
whole family,
right.
No, that's how it is for a family of 4 to 6. You will pay like $50 just for ticket prices alone. But like I said, just because like suppose restaurant in the same facility, you're gonna probably pay eat dinner, then a movie, or dinner. Movie then a dinner afterwards. But that's one of the things that you will never know. We'll see how the future plays out.
I remember somebody told me like you really can't always buy word of mouth, because I remember when the movie town first got here, somebody was like, "Man, you gonna spend at least $120." I'm just like, what?
They really copying off this movie they ain't in Texas.
Right. I mean, they the same people, but
oh really?
Yeah, they the same. But I went and saw it for myself, and I'm looking at the menu. I'm like, damn, they must have ordered like some drinks and some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't spend nowhere near that when me and my wife went, and we ate and everything. So I think we spent maybe like a little bit over 50, maybe somewhere around there. I was like, nah, bro, 120. What the fuck was y'all in here doing?
Hey, just having a good time.
I feel like to go back to the question, movie theaters, their only problem right now is fear. I feel like once people are not fearful anymore, they numbers will naturally go back up, and people will naturally start going back.
That is the world.
So what about the clubs?
Clubs are still, I mean, but they're closed. They closed all the clubs here though, because
they closed them back down again.
When did they open up?
Shit, they've been
been open.
Yeah, they've been open up.
I thought they closed them back down here not too long ago.
I don't know. I know
they put an earlier curfew on them now.
11 p.m. Everything has to be closed. Bars and restaurants. Even my second job, we closed at 11. Now
I thought they had closed all the Arkansas clubs due to them not following the CDC guidelines.
They opened them back up.
But in closing, guys, where can people find you again? Go ahead, Gary. You go first.
All social medias at Chill Out Gary. Instagram is at Chill Out Gary 3. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if you put at Chill Out Gary, I'll pop up.
Go ahead.
For Instagram platform is DJ _multitalented. Facebook is just DJ multitalented, and also I sell cars as well. So you can find me on Facebook at vanquishauto.
Spell it out for the people who got it.
VANQUISH auto, and it should pop up.
And like I said, we'll put everything they just said in the description box below. Hey man, thanks for coming out, both of you.
And you can also find these guys too on our channel if you go back and watch.
Yeah. In the interview part 2 with this man, now it was a year or so ago, but hey, he's out there.
Yeah.
And Chill Out Gary, No. This man would definitely be in another, more than one episode coming up in the future. We have plenty of content that's already wrote that we can definitely use, and you'll be glad to be part of it.
Yes, I will. I've been waiting.
Hey, that's between them niggas over
He
there.
put pressure on
And they need that briefcase again. But no, hey, guys, thanks for watching the podcast. Like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe. And join the discussion below in the comment section. Please get that going.
Yeah.
Think about the whole, we talked earlier about the vaccines. Are you going to voluntarily go out there and take it? Or do you have any, like I said, any resistance and any words that, you know what, I don't know, I want to kind of wait? And also, too, do you go out right now and kick it freely? Or do you have your own hesitations? Go ahead, speaking below. Be respectful. Talk amongst each other. And like I said, once again, thanks for just joining us on the podcast. Hey, much love out there to all the creators. And like I said, support each other. You got anything about it before we get out of here?
Nah, man, y'all just be safe out there, bro. And just take the precautions if you do go out and wash your hands.
Yeah.
Don't breathe on nobody. You know, stay spaced out.
Yep.
Do what you're supposed to do, man.
You need a DJ. My man here.
Let's go. Turn up.
You need a car. Bring that briefcase. Man here.
You need a comedian. My man here.
Watch him.
You need a photographer.
This man here.
Right here.
And y'all know who the fuck I am.
If you need a writer, screenwriter,
all that shit. Bodyguard.
just a black ass nigga to stand in your corner.
There you
Just
go.
hear you at night.
And at nighttime, boy, I be a healthy, big ass stealth motherfucker.
You ain't gonna see nothing but eyeballs and teeth.
Yeah. Much love.
But yeah, we out.